Howdy! This video is intended for people newly diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I have a message for you. If you'd like to hear it, don't turn away, because I'll start sharing right now. Howdy! Thanks for learning about MS with me, Boster. I started this YouTube channel to help my own MS clinic patients learn between clinic visits, and it's my hope that through these videos, I can help you too. Today I received a tweet from MS Warrior Princess, and she writes, "Thank you for this video, Dr. Boster. It helped me get through my first Christmas with MS. I wonder, have you made a video to help patients cope with their first year of diagnosis yet? I find it hard to shake thoughts of fear and despair. Love from Holland, Europe." MS Warrior Princess, good morning and howdy, and thank you for reaching out through Twitter and sending me that message. I do indeed want to create something for you and for people newly diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And I thought I would simply share with you a few words that I share with patients as I provide the MS diagnosis to them in my clinic. There's a couple things that I want you to hear. Number one, you're not going to die from multiple sclerosis. This is not a disease that will kill you, you'll die with it. And in the modern era, applying disease-modifying therapies as early as possible and staying on them as long as possible, we've shown that we can have a near normal life expectancy. Moreover, you're not going to pass this on to your children. This is not a classically inherited genetic condition. And the likelihood that your kids would develop MS is actually very, very low. So those are two thoughts as a parent that I would want to know about. Number one, it's not going to kill you. And number two, you're very unlikely to pass it on to your kids. Number three is that untreated, this is a nasty, nasty condition. But we don't do untreated MS, not where I work. And if we play our cards right and work hard, we can have expectations of making this disease boring. I remind people there's another autoimmune condition called diabetes that only a few generations ago used to literally kill people. They would develop renal failure and they would die from diabetes. And nowadays, you don't even know someone has diabetes unless you eat chocolate cake with them. In 2018, it is realistic that we can make MS approach the boringness of diabetes with therapy. I also want to convey to you that it takes patients roughly 1 to 2 years to become comfortable in their own skin with an MS diagnosis. I say that to you having done this for nearly a decade and a half, sitting across the room from families receiving an MS diagnosis, and then watching those families as they move forward through the first year or two and become comfortable. And it is a wonderful thing to see. And that's going to happen for you on the other end of this video camera listening to me. It takes time. And during those first 2 years, I remind people that you don't yet have a filter. So when you hear something, read something, think about something about multiple sclerosis, you don't know yet whether it's relevant to you. I tell people to be cautious reading on the internet because you don't need to be a neuroimmunologist to write things about MS. And if you use proper grammar, it looks to the casual viewer to be true. And it may not. Or it may be true but not applicable to your situation because MS is different for every person. And so I offer to use me as your filter. And for those of you viewing this video, I want you to use your MS providers as your filter. As you hear, read, or see, or pray about something related to MS, bring it to their attention and we will translate for you. And slowly, over those first 2 years, you will become very comfortable knowing what is and isn't relevant for your multiple sclerosis. I like to remind people that if you had a twin sister with MS, genetic copies of you, and you both had multiple sclerosis, you would quite literally have different disease courses. And so you can't compare someone else's story to yours. This is not a death sentence, and this is a very treatable condition. And you're not going to die from it, you'll die with it. During these first 2 years, I want you to be 4 for 4. I want you to strive to be 4 for 4 in your fight against MS as you become comfortable with this condition. Take a disease-modifying therapy and make sure that it's working. How do you do that? You go to follow-up visits, you allow the neurologist to examine you, to obtain MRIs and to talk to you, and to make sure we're not seeing breakthrough disease. Make exercise part of your lifestyle. And if that's the focus of those first 2 years, you're doing a great job. Because people with MS that exercise fare better long-term than those that don't. If you're a smoker, it's time to quit. Smoking can speed up MS nearly by 50% according to some studies. And not smoking is arguably one of the most impactful things you can do to slow down your own disease process. Now let's be honest, it's not easy to quit smoking, but this is serious and it's important. And so I encourage you to reach out to your providers and say, hey, I need a hand. And lastly, supplement low levels of vitamin D. These are the points to begin managing your MS. I want to share with you that you're not alone, that you have a village around you, key family members and friends, providers, and you have an online community. You have me. You have the people that write into this channel with comments of encouragement and love. You're not alone, and you will beat this condition, and we're going to help you do that. My name's Boster, and I want to thank MS Warrior Princess for writing to me and suggesting that I make this video. I want to remind you that you're not by yourself and you will overcome this. It just takes a little while to get comfortable in your own skin. If you would like to see more videos from me, please take a moment and subscribe to this channel. And until my next video, take care.